Alright guys, we're live. It's going good. Crazy week, rough week, good week. Managed to bounce back because of those gold buys yesterday. Took some losses this week, but managed to bounce back. Took a big loss this week actually. Right here. Like $7,000 of that was profit. Maybe like 6,000 actually. Like 6,000 of that was profit. So yeah, I took a fat L. Managed to pretty much get back to where I was. Had to lock in. It was basically like one bad apple in the bunch there. Like look at my trading history, and then yeah. So I can relate to some of you guys. Maybe let me get this coffee here. Maybe in the last like month, you got yourself in a situation where you got wrecked on gold. I got wrecked this past week on gold. 13,000 there. Maybe some of you guys too have gotten fucking wrecked on gold in the last 2 weeks or week, or maybe. Maybe. But yeah, today made $11,000. Managed to come back. Not the best risk to reward there. But yeah, that was like basically like a bad trade, bad setup. Well, not a bad setup, just bad trade. Held it too long. Didn't have a stop loss. Just overheld. Market kept dropping. One of those situations. Maybe some of you guys have been in one of those situations this week too. So I can relate. How to bounce back from a loss, Don't let one loss change how you see things, how you see the game. How is it right there? See, so I technically only lost $5,970, like, because most of that was profit that I lost. Well, a good chunk of it, like half of it. Today was a good day. I mean, maybe some of you guys took a bad L on gold this week. I did. Was able to, yeah, there it is, right there, Monday. So I would have been up. This account would have been like at like $380,000 right now if I didn't fucking take that out. Got tomorrow. It looks like we're getting like some Thursday, Friday reversals maybe. Still got tomorrow. Gonna see. Trying to get like a good trade tomorrow. I'll explain some of these moves, some of these trades that I was taking. I basically pretty much one of those moments where you're just like, fuck, you take an L and you just gotta lock in for like 24 hours, make it back. Resilience. I mean, the market's goal is to make you emotional, so that was like an L that didn't need to happen. The market's goal is to make you emotional. Your job's to just stay logical. Double my account today, damn. New account, okay. I got wrecked last week, but we don't stop. Yeah. That's how I feel. You know, I got wrecked too. Got wrecked last week, but we don't stop. Double my account today. So I see the ground 30, I made back once. Still gonna. Mechanical. Think mechanical. I mean, stay logical. The market, like I just said, the market's job is to make you think and feel emotional. So your job's to stay logical in certain situations. You try to detach from the money. Focus on the execution. I mean, a bad L. I have a good account size, so was able to bounce back, but I almost lost the account. Oh yeah. Feel you. I mean, when you take a big hit, don't react. Losses are just data, basically like information. It doesn't identify you. It's not your identity. So when you take a big hit, when you take a loss, when you take a hit, don't react. Review it. Ask, did you follow your plan? Was it volatility? Was I trading based off of emotion? You know, what led to that loss? If the setup was valid, just move on. But in my case, for this one, I it shouldn't have been that big of a loss. It should have been like maybe like 2 times smaller, 3 times smaller. Maybe no stop loss, holding it too long, chasing the same move. Like maybe trying to chase like the same setup more than once after it didn't work. Not when I got stopped out. Some people have messaged me. I've gotten some messages from some people this past week or two, like the last couple of weeks, saying how they've become more self-aware this year because like usually in an environment like this they would have like lost more money or blown their account. I've gotten a few messages like that from some people who have said like, yo, I've noticed my progress, not in terms of money, but in terms of like being more defensive. Some people have become like more defensive. It's like progress obviously in the markets can be looked at like, yo, I'm trying to make money all the time, but it can be also looked at as environments or situations or scenarios where you can look back and say, yo, I would have taken a loss back in the day, or a year ago I would have taken a loss here, or 6 months ago I would have taken a loss here, 6 months ago I probably would have had like a bad week. So there's progress within trying to be like more defensive, recognizing like when you take losses, how you take losses, what you usually do to move forward from them. Because 6 months, a year from now, you could look back at the market and be like, oh wow, I my old self, my old version, my old trading self would have taken a loss usually on that day or that week with that type of situation. So progress is not necessarily just about always trying to make the money. It's learning how to be like defensive too. So there's like offense and defense. So as good as your offense is, as good as you can be like offensive, you want to learn how to be good defensively as well. Or I'm gonna see like a stayed up all night basically, and then passed out, overslept like. So there was some good setups. I'm lucky. I had some take profits on, so when I woke up, like it was like the trades were already hit, and I was like, oh, it was like. But I missed some stuff this morning. Been a little like off the sleep schedule. But we're getting the first daily close today. We got a daily close. Friday's tomorrow. New candle opening in a couple of hours. above 4,000, but we'll probably retrace below $4,000 because 4,000 is just like 3,000 or $3 away. It's really close. So the daily looks like it's gonna finish bullish here. Tomorrow, like tomorrow, I'm thinking like what I wanted to see yesterday. Really, bullish close today. Probably get a pullback since we have a stronger day here. We probably get like a pullback tomorrow, like a wick down. We end up like wicking down, maybe back below $4,000. Create like probably London or New York session tomorrow, like a bullish movement. I'm thinking we get like wick down situation, pullback, like a more of a pullback after today finishes. Tomorrow, maybe we're gonna get that like continuation Friday, but we get a wick down back below 4K, so we probably pull back below 4K. Right now we're just a little bit above 4,000. Probably get retracement back into some of this candlestick. We had a strong day today. I think tomorrow, like that's what, 3 hours, like so the day finishes in 3 hours. So the new candle opens. So the day finishes and starts in 3 hours. So like the forex day, in 3 hours the next candle, or like 3-4 hours the next candle opens. Thinking that candle will start off like should have some retracement down. That's what I'd want to see. Like I'd want the next candle to like retrace down. We'll probably get a move back below 4K. I think we'll finish the week off green, maybe even going into next week. Last FOMC was this week. The last FOMC was on September 17th. I know I talked about this, but that week, like the next day, Thursday was pretty much like a bullish day. And Friday, Friday. So that was Thursday. I know yesterday we were looking at like what the last FOMC did to maybe get like an idea of what gold could do at the end of this week. Because like last FOMC, the market was pretty crazy. It spiked up, it went down, bounced up, went down again, reversed, then came down. It finished strong like that week, the end of the week. That was when price was like around 36.50, 36.25. Was thinking since yesterday, so it's just like reflecting on what I was thinking yesterday too, with like how we could maybe finish off the week. Price went down, bounced up, down, up, down. There was some like sideways, but going into Friday it was stronger. Going into the Friday, and the Friday finished pretty strong too. So yeah, now like after gold came down, it's kind of been sideways here. Thursday so far getting a bit bullish, but maybe we get some pullbacks, test the lows, go back below, like try to crack below 4K for some like good retracements down. We're still like just hovering above 4K right now, but I think we'll crack below 4K. The daily's looking like a couple hours, it'll probably finish like this. Like the market's not going to move too much in the next couple of hours. It'll probably finish with a strong day. I think tomorrow could be a green day. Like tomorrow we're gonna see like Maybe a day like today, but like more like finishing the day green for gold tomorrow. I think so. I'm gonna switch up my like streaming schedule. So I stream like later at night where there's like more opportunities. Late Tokyo, pre-London, and then obviously New York session. I haven't been streaming New York, been missing them. Yeah, I think gold wants to like take that high out. Like, I think it wants to crack that high. This one. So any retracements like tomorrow, any good retracements down, like gonna be looking for like a buy entry. Gonna be like stalking the market, looking for like good retracements down to see if there's any entries. London session or New York session, might be 2 entries more, but tomorrow I'm thinking we finish like we're just kind of going sideways now. Looks like we're trying to crack that high, take it out. Market's been coming down here. There was some consolidation and then it ran down, bounced from here, sprung back. So we've been holding, like you can see how that structure held. It's like we want to take out those highs to me. Like we kind of want to like take out those highs, and then even if it does that, it could offer a retracement, right? Like back down. This could turn into like a reversal, like a move up. If we break, if we're able to break above, it's like continuation, retest. If we're able to break those highs out clean. Last night, like I streamed randomly. If I ever stream, make sure you turn my notifications on for my YouTube channel. And yo, check out the video that was posted yesterday if you haven't seen it. It's a good video. But yeah, today's title is I lost 13,000 a day. Pretty much made it all back in one day. By tomorrow, we'll see where I'm at tomorrow. We'll see where we get tomorrow. I'll go over some things here. I like this chart. So I went over one thing live actually. One of the things I went over live yesterday on the stream. I don't know if any of you guys were on. I popped up last night. I think at like midnight, 11 hours ago. So one of the setups were actually on that session where I was able to scringe some of that loss back, get my profit back. And it was like I pretty much went over it from kind of the start of the session. I jumped on last night because I saw the way gold was moving. It made a strong move. I talked about this as well. Like I jumped on last night because gold made this move up. So last night gold made this move up. So I was like, this is a perfect time to jump on. Because of the movement it gave, like this type of move, it's gonna help me set up maybe for the next move because it like shows me that the buyers are in. Like the way this moved, it broke structure here, broke these highs, and price was fairly low. So it kind of gave me some evidence that okay, there could be a setup here. So I'm like, I'm gonna jump on because we might have something to actually look at here. So if I ever randomly pop on live, it's probably like a scenario like that where we might have something to talk about. So I was saying we could possibly get like a retracement back down on gold. The setup was a little bit later on. Here it comes here. So here was one of the trades. This was last night. Pretty much like pre-London session. Late Tokyo, Singapore, Hong Kong. Rolling in pretty much almost into like London, Frankfurt hours. So you're basically in Tokyo, Hong Kong, Singapore hours right now when you're looking at this chart. But there was this good expansion up. So that's why I jumped on and was like, okay, this is what I see. We call these the magic arrows. Anyone who's been following me, my arrows, they do work. So the arrows, just, trust those arrows. Trust those arrows. They've been working for years for a lot of people. Those arrows that I draw, they do work. Not always, not 100% of the time, but usually they work more than they don't. Some people call them the magical arrows. That was a name that I didn't make up. That was just, I don't know when that was like made. Maybe like a year, 2 years ago. But yeah, one of the trades was in here. If you look at my zones, I have some zones marked here and some blue lines as well. It was after gold ran up. Was watching this pullback. And I kept with this move. Like after I got off the stream, I entered even more. And so I was able to ride this up. And I ended up passing out. And I had a take profit there. Multiple. And it hit every take profit. So it was this move and like in here. It was catching it like in here. So it was like the first reaction. If you look at the chart from last night. This was 39.50. So I think right now with gold, every $25 is like a very key level to watch and just wait for. Gold's been moving heavy lately. So those 25, 50, 75 even numbers, the zeros, they're pretty much acting like magnets. Wait for price to react at those levels before doing anything. Don't chase. Let it come to those levels. Let it come to you. When you see rejection or structure forming there, that's basically like your setup zone. Or if you see like a quick reaction, sometimes there's quick reactions. I would space it out. Like the reason I say every $25 because it's like spacing it out. Manage your risk through like spacing it out, not the emotion during volatile days especially. Because right now gold can wick like $10 like nothing, like, or let's say $5 to $10 wicks can get created like nothing around areas in seconds or minutes. Gold can like wick right now $5, $10 literally in seconds. So another thing could be like space things out, use wider stops around these levels, even around quarter levels, so you don't get stopped out. But you can see this is 39.50. That's a 50 level. We talk about those pretty much a lot, like every $25 on gold. So this is last night. This is where I was looking at the market like, okay, like it could react here and make a bigger move. Right when the market came to 39.50, it reacted. I should probably just close this off. It's looking like it's making like a consolidation pattern. And I think we're still gonna break. I think we're either gonna break out up or get a big retracement down for like a different setup. These lows are trying to look at sketchy. I have like a mini trend line thing here going on. I don't have a stop loss on this. Sometimes I don't trade with a stop loss, and that was my issue the other day. Didn't have a stop loss on gold. The dip turned into bigger dip than a dippity dip. The dip turned into a dip, and that turned into another dip. I think some of you guys know what I'm talking about because gold's done like multiple crazy dips in the last couple of weeks. If this could push up, it's decent, but I'm still looking for a good trade tomorrow. Like I know there'll be another trade. I'm trying to get this to like, trying to make like at least another like 5 to 10K tomorrow, between today and tomorrow. So I'm trying to crack this account up. Should have been up, messed up. I showed you guys my trade history since I started this. That should not be there. This is all, let me go all history. So I'll go all history. There, like literally, I would be pretty clean on this account if I didn't fuck up there. So let's see where we take this account. This is my 2026 account. I'm gonna be it's more stationary on the laptop. This is gonna be like, we're gonna see where we can take this account in 2026. Realistically, it should be at like 380 right now. You can see I have way more wins than losses. Like, fuck me. Terrible. That's terrible RR right there with the trade ratio right there. Win to loss ratio. The wins win more. One loss. Still up on the overall account. All history. Yeah, like the account's up. But basically made that back literally. Like, look at today. Look at today. So that was thanks to like two movements. This here. So if you look at 39.50 here. So we talk about these levels. 2026, I'm going to be trading live on this account. So make sure you guys ready. Like, I'm going to be trading live on YouTube. And especially a lot in the inner circle on this account. We'll see where we can take it. November is like pretty much like the last trading month. I'm going to take it patience. Pay patient. Be patient with these dips now. I think the last 2 weeks, volatility, you learn something about volatility, especially if you're a new trader. The last 2 weeks might have taught you something about volatility, right? If you're a newer trader, if 2025 was your first year trading, you might have learned something here about volatility. And the crazy thing is, when I was trading in like 2016, 2017, 2018, I didn't recognize what volatility was at the time so much like I do nowadays, being able to look back at those days when Twitter was around and Donald Trump this year, he makes the markets volatile. That's one reason we have these extreme volatile markets this year. One Donald Trump. That's one reason. But I remember back in like 2017, 2018, there would be crazy days in the market, and I don't think of it like I do nowadays, relating back to like those experiences. A Trump tweet, something about China, USA, back in like 2017. Like, I don't think, because that's when I started trading. So a lot of you guys, like some of you guys, like that might have just started trading for the first time this year. Volatility, you learn something about it. It sneaks up on you, and it's like brings you back. Like anyone who's an experienced trader like me, it like teaches you a lesson that it's like, okay, let's remember what volatility can do. That's how, you know. So thankfully 39.50, and you can see at 39.25 down here. Can you guys see that? 39.25. So once again, I'm going back to adjusting like my sleep. I want to be streaming. I gotta sleep during the days again. I gotta get back to like sleeping during the day, so I can be back on the late Tokyo, pre-London, New York. Because I've missed some setups. Not gonna lie, this week was not a good week. Missed some stuff. I was able to bounce back myself, so there's a lot I can teach. So trying to grow this account as well. 39.25. That's where like the first move started. You can see here. I think right now, and I did a good lesson on this last night. If you're gonna trade gold, wait for these quarter levels. Wait for reactions at them. Wait for even price to wick below them before making rejection. I'll show you when I go to the trading view chart. When I go to the trading view chart, I'll show you a lesson on what I mean. But you can see 39.25 here started a strong move on gold. That entire movement up took us up to 39.75 basically, around 39.80. So was following that pullback, and you can see that same exact move from 39.25. Again, like I mentioned last night and already, it broke these highs. It broke structure here to the left. So this structure here is breaking. On that single move up, you're breaking upwards. So when I saw this, I'm like, I gotta jump on. Last night, when I saw this, I'm like, I gotta jump on. Because we had that strong move up, structure breaks, 39.50 level. So there's some things lining up there to maybe get like a potential bounce or even like a continuation move. You can see this gave a good continuation. So when we look at this, I like keeping my lines here, so I just remember like I like keeping my lines. Like I don't like taking my lines off because I like to remember like why I had them there and stuff. I'm just gonna take this off. Just well, no, I'm gonna keep everything here. I like to keep my stuff. Whoops. So if you look, there was like two moves. You had this move up, and then another leg up, and then even here. I was thinking we were gonna get a continuation here. This pullback would have been like a good entry. It stayed within structure. So it's getting like, we're having these impulsive moves, consolidation, or retracement. Like right now we had an impulsive move and we're getting like just consolidation right now. Some consolidation. It could try to break out up. Or this turns into like a bigger retracement. Pretty much maybe like this, something like this, down. Or even something like this, down. We get a down move. You can see like some break and retests here. Pretty much like a break and retest. That's what that setup is. But there's a strong move. Pullback, continuation. It's like a break and retest on the structure. Immediately, like when it hit 39.50, we were live. It bounced, reacted right away. Quick reaction up. Gave a pullback. It pretty much like maintained 39.50, and that's what gold can do. Like you can have a strong price like this that holds a structure, doesn't come back to the price, but overall the market stays above that price, still maintains a move. So basically like just held above 39.50. Like since that breakout, we did talk about it live on the last session that I did, that it could hold that level. Gave that breakout. Nice move. This trade, I might close this trade and just kind of wait for tonight. Wait for the day. Like this trade, I'm probably going to close this. Maybe wait for tonight or tomorrow morning. Try to look for another position. But thankfully because it took a fat L. Should be up. It was this setup. This is the setup that helped bounce back. The market moved pretty quick when London kind of came in. Had this move up, and then there was a big retracement down, back into the low here, and then market moved up. Looks like the day finishes soon. What, 2 hours, 30 minutes? The day finishes. Yeah, it looks like we're going to finish the day pretty green. So let's see where the 4 hours at. Still have this area here. It's like break and retest. That is like, that area need like that area is a strong area. And we did break these lows. Yeah, if we flip that, it probably, like, that is an area where, yeah, price could bounce. That's why, like, I'm probably going to get out of this trade because it could maybe bounce back. Probably going to close this off soon. Well, I mean, the farther it goes up, the farther it is away from 4,000. Like, 4,000 is a key level. Like $4,000 is a key price level for gold. If the day finishes at like 420, 430, then we're farther above 4K. Like if we, like I do think gold wants to take this high out here. like these highs, I do think we want to take those highs out, right? So if it finishes the day farther away from 4K, like if in the next 2 hours this thing pushes up and finishes like above the highs, that's pretty good for us still. You might look at it like, oh man, I'm missing out, but like then it's like a bigger pullback to 4K or maybe a little bit below 4K if it does keep pushing up and continues the day stronger. If it finishes the day at like 420, 430, then we're like above the highs almost. That's a bit better. To me, the daily looks bullish. If there's any questions, type them in the chat. I'll check out the chat. To me, it's retracement. If we can get a quick retracement on the day, like 50% of this candle, like this candle's pretty big now. It's getting stronger too as the day's coming near the end. Couple hours. Maybe the bulls are coming back in the market. I'm up a little bit here, up more. At least if I could finish the week at 370, I'll be happy. But should be at like 380 right now, realistically. Well, the gold's been kind of chopping around, like it's been impulsive. Like we have these impulsive moves. We have these impulsive moves up, chopped around. So that's the first move it did, and then it did impulsive move retracement. That's done another impulsive move, and it's kind of just been chopping around. I was thinking, like, I was looking at this as, like, maybe we could break out like it's doing right now. Just warming up for November. All right, I had to get the account back so we get it, you know, because it was either for me like next week's a new week, new month. So now I can go into the new month positive, stronger. Going into new month. I'll be doing live trading, especially in the inner circle. New York session in like late Tokyo, pre-London. I'm going to switch the schedule up. But if you guys ever see me just pop up randomly, try to jump on, turn notifications on. Because if I'm going live like randomly, it's probably because there's a trade setup. Probably gonna take me out, but November, December maybe not so much, but November we'll be doing live trading. We'll do more live analysis. We'll be streaming a lot more November. I just had to lock in. It looked like, so even here, like yesterday there was these pullbacks. Market went up and then there was a much deeper pullback. Ever since that, all the buys have kind of just stuck in. Most likely tonight though, guys, we're waiting for like a bigger pullback. I don't know if this is gonna just keep going up. It's doing this because it's like the last hours of the day. A lot of times gold can finish like the last hours of the day green or positive. Like you'll see gold usually move like stronger towards the end of the day, the last couple hours of the day if you watch it a lot. Probably gonna close this out, to be honest. Because like the day's already moved enough. the day's even going, we're at 14 now. This thing might go to like 20, finish the day off a bit stronger from the looks of it, yeah. Look left, there was rejection there. I'm probably gonna just close this off and then wait for tonight, tomorrow. Add that. If you look left here on gold, you can see this moved down and then we pumped up. So there's like markets trying to make like a similar, maybe rejection, maybe a move down. I close that, it shoots up. That's my life. So I still want something like this to start the day off. Retrace this daily candle. Where's 4K now? 4K? We're getting farther away from 4K. Damn, I close that and it shoots up like $2. What a bugger. Levels to watch are gonna be like 4,000. So tonight, like now that it's going farther away from 4K, like 4K, 3,975. Whoops. Like 4K is the closest. I would close it and then it shoots up like $3 literally. 4K is the closest, but like, so when we look at like the closest, it's like the closest is like the least probability in my eyes. So you want like a deeper retracement, so it's like $4,000. Like when I look at probability, it's like, to me it's like, okay, it could hold, but maybe it's like the least probable. Like right now it still is technically holding it. Like you can see there was a rejection at $4,000 right here, and then the market came down. 39.50s here. There was a rejection at 4K, then it came down and then it went, tried to spike above. So it's just like grinding above 4K right now. It's the closest, but maybe like in terms of it, oh yeah, you bugger. Literally, I close this thing and yep. There goes a couple $100. It could be like the first level maybe to look at for a possible reaction. But understanding that, okay, there could be a lower level still. That might not be the level that has the first or even best reaction. Maybe there's a bounce and the market still ends up going lower. So 4K could still be a level to watch. Or even like 3,975, 3,965 area. Let's say the market cracks down below 4K. Maybe it can come down to 75, 65 area. That'll be another area to watch. But the higher it goes away from 4K, that's kind of the better. Like the higher this pushes away from 4K, it's better because it does give us like a deeper move back towards it. So we are finishing the day stronger. Still, 4K could be like the first level to watch for like a possible retracement. Tonight, Tokyo session, seeing if the market's trying to hold that. If that level doesn't hold, I'd keep an eye on 3,975, 3,965 area as like the next level. Yeah, I missed out a little squeeze there. A little squeeze. Still, market's already moved enough for the day. Want the daily to come down. Like, look at the day. The day is strong, yeah. There's been some moves that are... Let's go to the white chart. Let's go to the blank chart here. Bam. Remove all drawings. So, like, if you look at here, for example, let's go 39.75. Look at 39.75, for example. Like, if you look to the left, and I talked about this last night. Like, here... Gold, 2 down moves. Last night we were here, so last night I was saying like if you look left, you can see we've made movements here before. So there's been some reactions. 39.75. Last night, that's where we were. We were at 39.75. That came right back to 50. So sometimes looking left, you can get like familiar or similar movements when you look left on the price. We're above 4, holding 4. Still think there's, so yeah, like when I look at, there's closer zones, so gold can always have like more than one zone that you can find. Like it's easy to look at gold and be like, okay, we're above 4K, this could be like one zone, but we also know there could be a lower zone. So you can kind of like map out more than one zone at times where you know, okay, this could be my first zone. The closer the zone is, like with price, like if prices, especially if prices moved a lot, if prices like made some movement, it's like, okay, the zone is really close. In terms of probability, it's like your closest zone. It's like, okay, is it going to hold? It's questionable. It's not as high of a probability, but because gold reacts well with stuff like this, it's something that you still want to consider, right? It could be like a scalping level, or literally like the closest zone. It's the closest zone to you, so it's like it could potentially hold in the short term, right? Doesn't have to, you know, okay, if it doesn't, there's probably a lower zone that it's going to find maybe shortly after or some hours later or in another session. Gold is usually like that with certain, with these price levels. I mean, if you're looking for like pause, like structure to stop, like if you look at here, there's reactions on gold at this level and then it keeps going down. Use higher time frames to determine like price has reversed, because if you're just watching a 5-minute all in here, like you might get stuck in there, right? Whereas like the 1 hour finishes here at $3,900. I would really like to see it take out this high, because then it's like you have your low, you have a higher high, low. Maybe we come back down. So if we look at like this red candlestick, so if we look at the structure like down here, red candle back in there. And we come back down into there. Has a play in there. Reaction. I think that's around 75 as well, yeah. If that were to hold, that would give you like this wave up. Retracement. Like look at what price did in here. It made a low. High. So it stayed within that. Came down. Take this. There's like, oh, they're white. Should be black here. I should just make a template. Easier. Overall, like this low, you know, here, let's make this red. So this high. So we held, and you can see like price now, like look at, it's doing like, you have the low, high, low, higher high, low. It's like a good retracement, maybe to make a low continuation. You could look left to see here. There's a reaction point. You can come back down into like that area if we're gonna get like continuations. We'll see. Maybe tonight. I'm gonna try streaming 2 more times tonight, like late tonight. Same time, probably like same time I was on last night. I'm gonna see if there's any setups. I'll jump on like when I see a setup. If I see anything, I'll jump on. But yeah, like market now, if we look, you have some structure here. Low, high, low, up, up. Making this high. Looks like it wants to try to go up more, but there could be one retracement first. If that retracement sticks, market could have some continuation. Where are we at on the live stream? Where did... Lost it. XAG, nah. So I'll look at it as like confluence, comparison. Pre-New York. Oh, here, maybe? This candle? It was still, I don't know if you're saying buys or sells, but price was, like, if we look at price today, like, it looks like the buyers had some control ever since that move up. Like, ever since this move up here, the buyers had control. Then it reacted off of 39.50, made this move up, made a higher high. So this retracement down still trades like in structure. So there's still like a move here, still some potential. Like it was around 75. If you're gonna play the quarters right now, like enter right at the quarters, it's good. It's good even to use zones. So let's say you're gonna enter at 39.75. If you're using just like one price with gold, like I like to use entry zones. So if I'm gonna enter at 75, I might consider trying to enter between 75 and 70, or make like a bigger area for my entry zone, like an entry area, an area that I can basically see that price could hold. Like if you look at my charts here, you can see I have a lot of these like purple boxes or even multiple blue lines. Because like as long as I stay kind of in that price area, maybe like a $5 to $10 area, my zone is still valid. It could be a $5 to $10 area. And as long as price is still withstanding that area, the trade setup could still be valid. Because right now gold's pretty volatile. So if you're just using if you're just entering at price and using just a basic 50 pip stop loss, it's easier to get stopped out like that because gold is super volatile. I try to add positions, so I try to enter as price is going into a zone. It's not really a good entry right now to do. It's not really like, let me see, no, it's not really like a good entry to do right now. I'll try to look at like price as like a $10 area right now is nothing. Like if you look at 39.75, 39.65 as an area, not just one price. Like you look at 39.75, maybe you're taking buys here or in that area. But if you look at that area, like you can even see like to the left, there's some like previous reactions in that area. Look at it like this. Let's say you take a buy and sell at the quarters. So let's say every quarter you're going to just buy and sell at, depending on the direction that the market's trading or rejecting the quarter. So for example, the safest, I'll show you the safest stop loss, but it's not going to be your favorite because it's going to be the safest, but it might not be your favorite because the size. You might not like the stop loss size for this example, but it will be the safest. So I'll show you an example, like if you're taking buys and sells, but it might not be the best in some conditions to hold always until that stop loss. Like a stop loss isn't something you have to hold till. So let's talk about that for a minute before I go to this example. Like a stop loss isn't something you have to just hold until the market gets there. Every trade doesn't have to be like, let me wait until my stop loss gets hit to say, okay, it was invalidated or I lost. Let's say you're taking like a buy and sell off of every quarter, depending on the way the market was trading towards the quarter or structure, if it was going bearish or bullish. So like starting at 4,025 up here. If you're taking a buy at the quarter, so maybe there's just one entry here. Let's just say one entry, wherever it was, whether it was at the wick or those candles. The safest stop loss is going to be at the next quarter. Like that's going to be the safest one, realistically. That's going to be your safest stop loss. Is at the quarter behind you, depending on the direction. It's either going to be below you or above you, right? If the market's coming down, maybe there's a buy. If the market's going up, maybe there's a sell, right? So let's look at buy examples. Like here, maybe you were buying at this quarter. So safest stop loss would have been at the next one. Like it didn't need to be, but I'm going to show you why. Like a few examples are going to be like good examples as to why. See, this would have got like that most profit there. If you're selling here, like let's say you were selling at 4,000, like so price broke underneath $4,000. You see, we broke 4K and we pulled back to 4K. So let's say you're selling at 4K, right? $4,000 sells, might have like that would have made sense, right? Like the safest stop loss there would have been the previous quarter, or like structure behind you. Like where's structure behind you? Here, noticeable structure behind you. Some examples, like as I go forward, like if we look at like recently, like here, if you were buying and selling, like because for instance here price hits 3,900 and it doesn't just react right away, it actually goes underneath. So if you're buying right when price hit 3,900, you would have went in a drawdown. See, so price actually went underneath and then it went up. So like honestly, safest stop loss is going to be like the next quarter, realistically. Not that you have to hold the trade to that, right? But look, there's a wick below. You didn't have to buy there. Like price went up. Price made a rejection here, and then it, you know, it's above 3,900. There could have been like a safer buy here, and maybe stop loss below this low. Safer buy. But if you're looking at like just rejection, like look at 39.25 even. If you're selling at 39.25, there's some wicks above it. See, that's 50 pips. Like 50 pips is nothing right now with gold. So you need like some breathing room maybe. Like here, this would have got maybe wicked out. Like most quarters give you a reaction in price, whether it's a short move or a longer move. Like here, there's a reaction at 3,900. Here, there's a reaction at 39.25. Most quarter levels give you like a price reaction. Here there's a small reaction, and then it goes up, breaks. So if you look here, there's a small reaction at 39.50, but then price breaks, goes higher. Here there's a small reaction at 39.50 again. Here there's a nice reaction at 39.25. Here you could see a reaction at 39.75. Here you can see a reaction again at 39.50. And then price goes up, it just keeps going up. It doesn't react at anything. Like the next prices don't react until $4,025 up here. So like if this is one way to look at price, like, and then this thing just keeps breaking down. It literally just continues. You don't get any more reactions. Damn, this thing's going up. Should have entered there. Here you get like a reaction at 39.25. Here you barely get a reaction at 39.50. Like there's one there actually. Look at 39.50 right there. There's a reaction here off of 39.75. Here there's a reaction. That's the trade I was talking about last night, literally on the live stream last night. 39.50. Here there's a reaction off. So if you look at most quarters, there's reactions. Like you can't tell me there isn't. Like just look. So there's more than enough trades. Like you're not gonna catch them all. You're not gonna catch them all. Like here, see, like 39.75 still pretty much held, but yeah, like see, the safest place would have been the next quarter, but gold can do that. That's the thing about gold. Its moves can be aggressive. So like there is, if you backtest every quarter, there is a lot of reactions at them. There's a lot of price reactions all at the quarters. Even just minimal ones where you get little bounces, but there's some that don't work. Like I mean, there's a small reaction here. Nothing really happened there. There's a break and retest. There's a small reaction there. So yeah, like look at the quarters. Go focus on the quarter levels every $25, and I'm sure you should be able to see some reactions on them. Like I see a lot of reactions. I might see more than you might, but just do this. Do this back test, look at the quarter levels, and you'll see a lot of reactions. Then focus on like, okay, what times are these reactions happening at? Go look at the sessions they're playing around, maybe where you're getting these reactions. Yeah, it looks like this thing's pushing up more for the day. It's gonna finish the day higher. Are we gonna take out this high? What is it, 2 hours left? Maybe this goes higher. 2 hours left on the day. Maybe it does push higher, but 4K, maybe retest. Silver's building up. Let me see. Head and shoulders. Silver's pushing more, too. Silver's actually been pushing more than gold. Whoa. Yeah, silver's pushed more. Silver's, yeah. Look at silver's daily. Oh, Oklahoma. See, silver. Silver had a nice, look at that. That's a hammer. So that's a hammer candlestick, like a pin bar. Not bad on silver there. Look at silver's. Looks like it's 2 days or a day ahead of gold in terms of like the strong movement it's done. We've had 3 daily candles bullish on silver. Yeah, look at silver's price action. I just noticed that, yeah, silver daily. Oh, are we getting above that? Yeah, even on the daily, you have that left down, which is going up, maybe breaking the high. Yeah, silver. Oh yeah, I see it on the daily forming too. I can see it on the daily here. Yeah, silver, gold comparison here. Look at the difference on the daily. Silver dip got bought up strong. Gold is trying to find cheaper prices. Gold going up, Bitcoin going down. That's the gold to silver ratio. I think it's like how many ounces of gold get you a Bitcoin? I think it's like 27 ounces. Gold going back up. Damn. Bitcoin going down. Fuck. What do you know? Take less gold to buy Bitcoin goes down, gold goes up, takes less gold to buy Bitcoin. Gold to silver. If you go, another chart we could look at is, we go, can we go XAUSD BTC / BTC? Can that chart, can they give us that? Yeah, they can. Is there a ratio? Wait, no, this is the wrong chart. Gold, is there gold / BTC? USD. There should be. No. No, this is the wrong one. Not getting it. BTC / XAUSD. Oh, what's this? There's one. Bitcoin. Let me go Bitcoin to X. This is Bitcoin to XAU. We need that. Yo, we need that support to hold. Bitcoin to XAU. BTC / gold. I want to find. Yeah, that's Bitcoin to gold. There's a chart I'm looking for specifically. Yeah, gold just like printed a daily candle today, but silver, look at silver, like ever since Wednesday here, like, or sorry, Tuesday, that's Tuesday. Silver has had a strong spike up. Those highs there, coming back to that high, which is basically like up here for gold. Like where silver's like ahead of gold. It's like right here, this green candle. Silver 4 hour. Head and shoulders maybe, yeah. I could see that. Ran down. There's a high here. I'm circling. Took that out, made this high. Retracement stuck. Maybe it goes higher. Boom, boom. Yeah. I do see it. Counter trend. Counter trend line. Silver's moved more than gold though. Gold we need pullback. What's it at now? 16, 17? Yeah, it's finishing the day strong. Looks like its closing hours are going to finish green. Might be at like 20, maybe higher by the end of the day. Yeah, silver looks like it wants to break out, but it's already like ahead of gold. Good point there. BTC XAU. XAU's, yeah, silver, you can always look at it as like a comparison for gold. Sometimes there's moments in the days where one might be moving ahead of the other. One might be moving faster, and it's like it's starting a move. You can get little clues with silver's movement and gold. I like to always look at it and look at the price it's at and pay attention to the price, because when I see like a price difference, I'll know at times. Like silver's been pushing up strong. Sometimes you can look at silver as like a reflector, like, yo, silver's still going, or if silver looks like it even has more room to go, that gives you like a good little indication of like gold could go too. Silver's strong on the daily. Go look at silver. I'll check that out after the session. I'll take some time to look at that. Go see. I'm gonna look at that 1982. I'll look at that 1980. Let's travel back. What did silver do? 2011. Yeah, so here, like this crash, so what you're saying, like similar. Boom, bounce down. Yeah, like a fib there. Try to like retrace some of that movement. Yeah, like that. Like that. Is that what you're saying? Same thing like that. This move, boom, boom, retracement, down, start a downtrend, possibly. Yeah, possibly. We are at all. It is all-time highs, so it's like one of the scenarios to look for. 1980. Where was that? Oh, I gotta go to the. What am I on? TV? Do they have it? Which one is it for the full chart? For silver. TVC, yeah, that one. Yeah, we did make higher high. Maybe look at this on this chart. I gotta get a different chart. Roll back. This week's flipping strong. Is both flipping strong? Like, it's either the first big buy the dip situation, or yeah, like continuation trend. But look at like, gold's finishing the damn. I shouldn't have closed that trade. I knew it. Gold's finishing the day strong. I think we're getting like reversal back on gold. Like we could go. I think we'll go back up. Silver, I like what you see. I see what, like, if you're seeing that, yeah, like I see what you see there, but maybe strong move down, bounce back, recover. Is that what you're saying? Yo, look how gold's finishing the day. So now it's like even farther away from 4K. Remember what I was saying? So it's like 4K is now like the closest zone, but it's becoming better. It looks like it wants to take out the high. See, it's trying to take out the high here. We get above that high, look for like retracements, continuations, or retracements back to 4K. Because now it's farther away from 4K, so the retracement's bigger, so it's like better. Same plan for today. Shouldn't have closed that trade. Would have been up 2 G's right now. But look at the day. The day is finishing strong. Buyers are coming back in. I knew it was going to be a Thursday, Friday reversal. I said it. I said like many times yesterday's stream and the day before, I feel like we're going to get like Thursday, Friday reversal on gold. I did say it a lot of times. I should still be in it. Oh well. One more move, maybe. Maybe gold blesses us, gives us a good retracement on the day to start the day off tomorrow. But y'all, I'm going to wrap this stream up for the day. We'll be back on tonight, late tonight. It looks like, yeah, we're above 20, so it's finishing the day strong. We're above that 20 level. What is it? 2 hours left, pretty much. A little bit under 2 hours left. So it could finish the day at 30. Like, it's still... It could try to take this high out, and that's even better. Like, that's just more of like bullish evidence. This day gives a like strong buying conviction to me for retracement. Sit on your hands, wait for retracement. I'll be streaming at least 2 more times to end the week off. Tonight and then 1 time tomorrow. I didn't stream this morning. I might even finish the day at like 30. And that would like pretty much take out the high there. I would take out this high if it finishes like it's trying to take this high out. So today, basically next daily candle, which is in 2 hours, I'm waiting for retracements. A good retracement, not right when the day starts. It could be during Tokyo session or London session. Just waiting for a good pullback on gold tonight, tomorrow, and then we'll see if I can find an entry. Yeah, someone asked about 20. I did say it might finish the day stronger. See, I was right. Now it gives us like this area, 4K. We're much farther away now, so maybe that. We got to break up. Let's watch tonight. Tune in tonight. Make sure you guys are on tonight's stream. I'll be on tonight.